Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Whoa, hey, I was just singing about a song about a moon. Thinking about NASA today, and actually last night I looked outside and the moon was coming up over the horizon and it was orange. Wow, pretty cool. But once it got higher, it turned into its bright white color like usual. But when it was coming up, I guess it was still catching the rays of the sun somehow. I'm not sure how all that works, but you know what? I see the moon at night and I am amazed by how God has designed our universe. And as I think about the moon, was thinking this song, Blue Moon of Kentucky, Keep on Shining. It's an old bluegrass song. But think about this blue moon. I'm not sure if I ever saw a blue moon. Have you ever seen a blue moon? But I've heard people say stuff about blue moons. Like, once in a blue moon, I might go to the movies, but it's only when there's a film that I really, really want to see. Or somebody could say, I'm very careful about what I eat, so it's only once in a blue moon that I eat fast food. So when somebody says once in a blue moon, what does that term mean? I'm only going to do something once in a blue moon. What's it mean? Well, once in a blue moon means rarely, seldom, doesn't happen very often. So these folks were saying that when I eat fast food, it's once in a blue moon. I don't do it a lot. Well, why do we say once in a blue moon when we mean something rarely happens? Well, this phrase, once in a blue moon, was taken from a common happening in astronomy, in an astronomical event. It's actually referring to the full moon or the moon when it's full. Now, according to my understanding and what I've been reading, there are generally 3 full moons in a season. Right, 3 full moons in a season. Spring, summer, winter, fall. Each has 3 full moons that come up. Although sometimes there may be 4 in a season. 4 full moons in a season. And on the rare occasions that there are 4 full moons in a season, that is what is known as the blue moon. And often this 4th full blue moon is the 2nd full moon within a calendar month. So it could really mess up your timing, I guess, if you count on looking at the moons. So when we say that something happens once in a blue moon, what we're meaning is, like the 4th full moon, it's happening very rarely. But why do we say blue moon? Because it's not really a blue moon. Well, apparently the word blue derives from the Old English word belue, B-E-L-E-W-E, never heard of it, which actually has 2 separate meanings. Belue means one of the meanings is blue, the other meaning is betrayer. Betrayer, a blue and a betrayer. So many years before the Gregorian calendar was reformed, the church used to calculate the date that Easter would take place that year on the cycle of the moon. Now we know that Easter happens in the spring, right? Usually in our calendar in April. So when this blue moon, this 4th full moon appeared in the sky, the clergy needed to warn the people that this was not the full moon that indicated Easter. This did not represent the end of Lent and therefore bring an end to their fasting, but was in fact what they would call the betrayer moon or the blue moon. See how that goes? Okay, so the betrayer moon, the moon that sort of knocked you off sync because it appeared very rarely. So blue moons don't happen often, once in a blue moon. But what are some things that happen often? Well, we can set our watches and our calendars by day and night, sunrise, sunset, moonrise, moonset. These are things that happen daily and which happen often. That's right. That's what we can count on every day. Well, what else can we count on every day? Well, there are a number of things I think that you would identify that you count on: food, shelter, a job, something to do, friends. These are all things that we really count on. And there's something else that I count on, and I know that many of you count on, and that is the presence of God and His faithfulness to us. It's not once in a blue moon. It's daily. God is faithful to us. Psalm 118:6 says, "The Lord is with me. I will not be afraid. What can mere human beings do to me?" Hebrews 13:5 says, "Be happy with what you have. God has said, I will never leave you. I will never desert you." 2 Timothy 2:13, "Even if we are not faithful, He remains faithful, for he must be true to himself. I like that. God must be true to himself. There is no lie. God is nothing but truth, and so he must be true to himself. So when he says, I will never leave you or forsake you, that is truth. Even when we are not faithful, he remains faithful. He must be true to himself. Hebrews 10:23 says, let us hold firmly to the hope we claim to have. The God who promised is faithful. Again, God is not faithful just once in a blue moon. No, God is faithful daily, every day of our lives, every minute, every second. And so today, live in God's faithfulness. Not once in a blue moon, every once in a while, but experience it and celebrate it today and every day. So have a day filled with joy and a day filled with peace. Watch out for that blue moon.